Um, I'm still just trying to set up, so give me a moment. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you guys ready to have some fun? I don't know who all's here. Aw, hey nieceys. I'm sad that you won't be able to be here for the live stream, but that's okay. Things happen, it's okay. Let's see. Trying to see. But if you are here, let me know that you are. I hope you guys are ready to have some fun and celebrate with me. If you guys can already tell by the backdrop that I have right there, it is the 80s theme. All right. Hey everyone. Good evening. I wanted to dress the part. It is the 80s theme. I love the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. So I wanted to have some fun. I actually did an 80s theme for a previous birthday a few years ago. So I found some of the stuff. Hey Cecilia, good evening. Thanks for joining. I'm hoping that we'll get more people to join because I wanted to play some games. Hey Austin, how's it going? If you guys are new to my channel, I am live streaming to you from Texas, Central Texas, that is, just north of Austin. Hey Quentin, good evening. Half a day, everybody. Hey Audrey. Like I said, I do hope that we get more people to join, and I hope that you guys will be able to hang around because I do have, I wanted to play a game that, yes, it is based off the 80s. Hey Zooter. But like I said, I do hope that we get enough people. Go ahead and have it, Zoe. But like I said, what do you guys think of my 80s get up? I have my lightning earrings. I did also have this in purple at one point, or blue, but I can't find it. Baggy, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but if it's not, I am truly sorry that happened. Thank you guys. I mean, it's only because you guys are really only going to see the upper part anyways. So this, I actually did wear this kind of style in the 80s when I was a teenager. And so I did wear netting type tops. Now, did I wear this kind of stuff? You know, with the rubber bands that was made popular by you know who? I'm sure you do. Oh, I am so sorry. I truly am so sorry. But as I was saying, you know, did I wear these colorful bands? Did I wear the net gloves and these type of things? No. Did I do the shoulder pads, to square off your shoulders, the collared thing, the sweater over your shoulder for the prep look? The prep look, no. Oh, you think this is preppy? Honestly, I don't know what kind of style this would have been, wearing the netting. Like I said, that was one of the things too that I loved about the 80s, was just all the color. And honestly, I don't remember, as you're going through it, some of the crazy fashion stuff that took place during that decade. Okay, bye, Cecilia. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, Zoe. Hey, Terry. Hey, Kelly. Sorry. Corey is what I meant to say. Hey, Corey. Good evening. Have a good night, Cecilia. Thank you for popping in. Just trying to have a little fun. Here's a full thing of my 80s throwback. Got the lace headband. Now, I think I might have worn that, but nowhere near as often as it was made popular. And same thing, like I said, with the bracelets. I might have worn the big bulky bracelets once or twice in my teen years, but I never really got into, and I knew people who did. The rubber bands, the gloves, that was made popular by Madonna. So hey, Audrey. So right now here in Texas, it is 8 o'clock, just after 8 o'clock. And like I said, I do hope that y'all will hang around, because I do have kind of a surprise for those that hang around. And I never got rid of the 80s hair. I unfortunately can't do the 80s hair as I used to. Yes, I had the wave. I've known some people that went excessive with the wave, doing the bangs, but I did not do that. Mine was a mild wave. I did have the permed hair. I did have that. Let me see if I can show you guys a photo. A throwback photo. Let me see. Down memory lane. Okay. What else we got? So this was me in high school. It was you guys are only going to get a quick glimpse of this. Hey, Ma, good evening, and thank you. But here I am in high school. That's me in the pink. So yes, I did do the bulky belt. But that was me, when I first actually got to Texas, coming from Guam at that point. Trying to see what else. I thought I had other. Now, this is from the 70s, so it doesn't count, but there I am. I think I was a kindergarten in that one. So I guess it's not in this album. I was hoping it would have been in that one. It would have been easier for me to find, but That is okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. So how's everybody's what is today? Tuesday night going? Did y'all go get out to work? Please don't forget to smash that like button right there at the top. And yes, I kind of did my nails. You know, that was something else that was popular in the 80s. Thank you. Um, is the press-on nails. Did you guys ever do those? But that's what these are. I figured I would do something. I know it doesn't look as bright on the, and it almost looks like it's changing color, but it's almost like a bright metallic sheen to it. But yes, I did the press-on nails, 80s throwback. Hey, Tornado, good evening. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, hey, friend, thank you. Yes, so like I said, here's the full 80s look. And wasn't this one of the poses they would have us do? There was Olan Mills, there was Sears, where you go and take your high school photos. They put your hands. How's it going, friend? Like I said, I do hope you guys have some time to hang out with me and do my part 1 of my birthday celebration. I do want to play a game. So are you guys up for to play some trivia? And can you guess what kind of trivia it is? Oh, you're out dashing right now? Hopefully you're making that money. That's right. It's 80s trivia. Are you really in your area, Terry? You're seeing those doing a comeback? But it was really funny on, especially when I've seen other people doing videos of the type of poses these photo studios would have families do, which was crazy. I was still wearing my bell bottoms in the 80s. I wore bell bottoms too into the 80s. Of course, I think the last time I wore bell bottoms was right before I got into middle school. So my I only remember one pair of specific bell bottoms that I wore, only because I still see a flash of myself at my cousin's wedding where I was running around. I don't know how old I was, 8, I think. But I was kind of chasing after my sister, and I was wearing bell bottoms that were stripes, horizontal stripes. Wait, I'm sorry, vertical stripes. They were vertical stripes on my bell bottoms, and my shirt, they were horizontal stripes. So I was wearing stripes for my top and bottom, but they were both going opposite directions. The parachute pants, now I never got into those too. It's crazy because then it always makes me wonder. I was like, if they have to walk somewhere really fast, it's kind of like the pants that guys want to wear to where they're showing their butt. Bell bottoms and white painters overalls were popular. Yep. You wore 501 jeans. What did I wear? Um, Party emojis in the chat. There we go. Thank you, Fran. That's right. Party in the house. 80s theme. Now, do I have 80s style music that I can probably play 5 seconds at a time? So, hey, Rachel. Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to think about was the kind of jeans that I wore. But, you know, even into high school, the only time really that we got to buy new clothes was at the beginning of high school. I mean, at the beginning of the school year. And I think we got anywhere from 2, maybe 3 pairs of pants and 3 to 5 new tops. And we had to make that work throughout the year. Corduroys. Oh my gosh. Levi's and corduroys for sure. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can get some 80s. Back up out of there. And like I said, I'm probably only going to do like less than 10 seconds at a time because who knows, it might still get flagged, but we'll see. Now, when this song came out, oh my gosh, I loved the video for sure. And tell me, I'm only going to play 10 seconds. So tell me if you guys, or I'm closer to 8 seconds. And tell me if you guys can guess what song this is. You guys ready? Yes, it's from the 80s. Ready? Can you guys get what song that was? That's right. This guy here, when, you know, in the video, I was like, he was so hot. I thought he was very cute at the time. But I wish I could play music in the background, honestly. But I don't have that ability. That video killed the radio star. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. All right. Let's play a game. And it wasn't that, you know, with the music. I wish I could do that. Friend, thank you. I got a birthday cake. I don't know how that works, but thank you. All right. So let's see. So it is an 80s trivia. You know, throw some hands up in the chat if you guys want to play the 80s trivia. And I did have the hubby help me come up with some of them because I didn't want it to be just all stuff that I wanted and that was popular to me. So I had, because even though we do have some stuff that are, you know, we like some stuff that are in common, I guess, that we have for the different type of stuff that I have listed. There are some that we have that are completely different. So I wanted his take on that. So do I only have 2 takers that want to play the game? I have Corey and I have Mo that want to play. Anybody else? Don't be shy. Nato, are you going to play? Rachel's gonna play. All right, so we got 4. Come on. I need at least 2 more to play. Just 2 more. So we got Mo, we got Corey, we got Tornado. All right, we got Rachel. All right, we got 6. All right, now I love it. Thank you guys so much for participating. So again, that was Mo. We have Corey. We have Tornado. We got Rachel. We got Mom. We got Terry. Awesome. Okay. So as you guys know, it is an 80s trivia. So the way that this is going to work is I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to tell you the category, and then I'm going to give you 3 clues. And the person who can guess it the quickest wins. And I do have 3 different categories, and I do have 3 things under each category, and I also have 3 clues to give. So, all right. So because I was playing a video or some music for you guys to try and guess what it was, that's going to be the first category. 80s music. All right, so here's the first one. No. Hold on, let me say it first. All right. 80s music, that's not the first clue, but the first clue is Big 4. Again, the category is music. It can be under anything. It can be R&B, it can be pop, it can be rock, it can be metal, it can be soft rock, any of that. It is just 80s music. And the first clue is Big 4. Now, most of these, the first clue usually isn't the big giveaway. Usually by the time I get to the 3rd clue, that is to me going to be, no, but good guess, Rachel. Good guess. Any other guesses before I go on to the next clue? Again, the category is 80s music. Engelberg. Who just said Metallica? Mo, congratulations. You got it. It definitely was Metallica. The other 2 clues, other than the Big 4, was metal and Napster. Do you guys know why that would have been a clue, is Napster? Wham, it's got 4 letters. That is a good one there, Mom. That's a good way to think about it. Apparently, and this is from what my husband told me, this was his choice. He gave me the clues for it, but apparently in reference to Napster, Metallica helped to bring it down. That's all I know about that. Metallica went crazy and sued everyone downloading their music on Napster. There you go. All right, so Mo took the first one, so congratulations, Mo. I am writing down your name as the winner for that first. All right, so we are still in the music category. Second one, first clue. Again, it's still 80s music is the category. 4 decades of popularity. No, you're not, Rachel. Because some of this stuff, even today's young know who we're talking about or what we're talking about. So again, 80s music is the category. And the first clue is, okay, I guess I'll give it away. This person, 4 decades of popularity. That's a good one, Bon Jovi. That's a good answer, Ma, but no, it's not that one. And it's not Led Zeppelin. Come on, Rachel. 4 decades of popularity. Again, this is 80s music. Oh, that's a good one, Tornado, but no. And I want to say that this person's music is even popular today. Oh, he's a good singer. And that's right, he did. He did. I heard his music recently. But no, it's not Rick. That's a good guess, though. All right, here's your second clue. So your first clue was 4 decades of popularity. Your second clue. No, it's not Madonna, but that's a good one. And it's not Def Leppard. And it's not the Beatles. Second clue. Pepsi. So your 2 clues so far, category of music, is this person has 4 decades of popularity. Who's MJ? Ma, who were you referring to? And I figured the second, okay, I figured the second clue would give it away. But yes, Michael Jackson is the answer to that one. So congratulations, Ma. You got the second one. That's right. That's right. Because at first I was gonna say Pepsi accident, but I was advised just to say Pepsi and leave it at that. But congrats, Ma. You took the second one. All right, the third one under the music category. Yes, you see what I mean? Like I said, people are still listening to his music today. He's got a lot of good music, especially from the 80s. I mean, even later, but he's got a lot of good music. Now, this one is probably going to be a little bit difficult. And yeah, it's possible, Rachel, that you might not get this next artist. But this next person, first clue, again, is 80s music is the category. First clue, Soldier. Did you two have... I don't make the connection to Soldier on that one, but no. Good guess, though, Corey. I know it's pretty vague for that first clue, so I'm going to give you another one. Grandma, how did you guess that off of that first clue? You're right. It is Martika. My second clue, I was going to say a female artist. But yes, Toy Soldier was a very popular song that she had in the 80s. But congratulations. You took the third one. So far, each one has a different winner, but congratulations to my winners. Mo Breeze, Ma Dukes, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but Grandma, congratulations for winning the music category. But that's right. They all fall down. I actually loved every time I would hear that, because my hubby always graces me with, when we're on the road working, he always puts it on the 80s radio station. And so, especially when they play some of the classics for me, I'm just like, oh man, I haven't heard that in so long. Oh man. So yes, congratulations. But that was really quick that you got that just by me saying Soldier. That's crazy, but it's a good one. Some of you guys are some pretty good at trivia that you only get it in one guess. Now let's see if you guys can do the next category. And it's movies. Again, we are still doing the 80s theme. So, hey Mario, good evening. Thank you for popping in. I only know the Eminem sample of that song. Did he? He sampled her song? I guess I have to. What song was that, Zoe? But we are playing 80s trivia right now. Right now I have 3 different winners in the bag. So hopefully you guys are hanging around, especially if you guys are my winners. Because if you guys didn't read the description box of my live stream, I do have some things that I requested in order to participate or just to have some fun with me tonight. But having a valid email, please. That is something that I'm going to need you guys to have, because my surprise, which since we're through the first of the 3 categories in playing, I do have something in play for my winners. So we're going to have a special drawing for y'all. Like Toy Soldiers by Eminem. I guess I have to re-listen to that one again. Right now it's just not, I'm not, thinking about it. Okay. But thank you for playing. All right, so let's get on to the next category. Movies. And yes, I did a lot of watching when I was a kid. Not necessarily going to the movie theater all the time, but we did watch a lot of movies. And it was at the time where at one point, I believe it was under HBO, but this was the early 80s, and they had a device that you would attach to the back of the TV to where it'll block certain, ratings. But yeah, it didn't take much to unlock it, and sometimes it would be my older siblings to unlock it so we can watch it. All right. So again, for this next category is movies. Hey Joseph, good evening. Hoffaday from Texas. All right, first clue. Placed in New York. Not that it was filmed. It's not the same. Not that it was filmed in New York. The movie took place in New York. That's your first clue. I liked that movie. But no. Any other guesses? Movie, and not that it was filmed there, but the movie is, oh, that's a good one, but no, Tornado. These are all good movies. Wait. Joseph, congratulations. You are our winner. It is Ghostbusters. It did the movie did take place in New York. The other clues that I was going to give was that it was released in 1984. But congratulations, Joseph. You are our first winner under the movies category. All right. Just writing your name down. That's right. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. All right. So that was our first movie. Joseph, congratulations. You are our first winner under this category. So our second movie. First clue. I know the first clue. Cult classic. I know I could have used that clue also for Ghostbusters, but this next one, again, it's 80s theme category, movies, and it's a cult classic. Ooh, that's a good one. Fran, that's a good guess with Breakfast Club, even Candyman, which I don't think I watched it any other movie after the first one of Candyman. Beat Street, the king of beats. You see a rocking that beat from across the street. Ooh, I love Weird Science, but no. Carrie, that's another good one. So again, it's a cult classic, so I'm going to go ahead and give you so you're just throwing out a lot of Rachel, you got to pick one out of those three that you just called out. It's a cult classic. You got to pick one, Rachel, out of the three you just called out. Which one are you going to do? Because then you're gonna have everybody else just typing in all the answers under one line. Okay, so she hasn't responded yet, but I will tell you that I am gonna give it to Rachel because it was in her. It was did have the correct answer that she provided, and yes, in fact, it was the Goonies. So congratulations, Rachel. So remember, next time I didn't say if there were any other rules, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and give that to you. But from now on. Only one answer. Only one answer. But congratulations, Rachel. You got the next winner. Or you are the next winner. So you got Goonies. Do you guys know who was the guy who played what was the actor, the character's name? We were just talking about this earlier too. Basically, it was his made famous, one of the phrases is, "Hey, you guys." Sloth. That's right. Do you guys know who played Sloth in that movie? Because that was going to be my next clue. It had to do with the person who played Sloth. That was going to be my next clue. Is that? I think so. I think you're right. Yes, he was an NFL football player, and I think you're right, Grandma. That is his name. And then the last clue that I was... Okay, but I think that's who you were trying to say. That's right. It's Machuzak. That's right. I think that's what you were trying to say. But you got the first name. But the last one was the last clue, which I think was going to be a dead giveaway, was One-Eyed Willie. That was going to be the third clue for Goonies. John something. Machuzak, yes. And that's why he did play for the Raiders for how many seasons? 3 or 4 seasons? Or, I'm sorry, years? So he was a Raider at one time. All right, so our third movie. First clue to screw up my... I figured some of you guys might be doing that. You were never home in the 80s? It's crazy enough, Terry. It's the same with us. You know, our parents or our older siblings, when they were watching me, you know, it was that go outside and play. And basically, we didn't come back in until the street lights were starting to come on. Then we had to go home. But so, yeah, we did spend a lot of time outside. But when we got the chance, we were there in front of the TV. All right. So we got our third movie for the second category under movies. First clue. Now, this might give it away, but group of rejuvenated seniors. Well, lucky you, lucky you. I think I only went to 2 high school parties. I wasn't much of a partier. But your first clue for the last movie under the movie category. Group of rejuvenated seniors. Golden Girls is a good one, but we're talking about movies. They didn't do a movie, did they? I don't think they did. Ma, look at you. I was wondering if that's what I was saying. I think the first one might have given it away with the rejuvenated seniors. But you got it. You got it, Ma. Congratulations. The other clues that I was going to give was Eggs in the Ocean. I haven't watched that one yet. And we're probably not going to because he didn't play for our team. So, yes. And I loved that movie. That was a very good movie. Hey, Sunny. Good evening. You're just in time for the third category of our 80s trivia. And so far, out of the 6, I've had 6 different. No, wait, I'm sorry. Ma now has won twice. So congratulations to Ma. She won for one of the under the music category, and now she's won once under the movie category. Oh, the 80s for Brady? Yes, that's a newer movie. Thank you. You like my 80s throwback? I didn't want to go too crazy with the makeup, you know, and doing the brighter colors and all of that, being that the time of day. A lot of foosball. Do I play a lot of it? No. Have we played it? Yes. But I was never good at it. Didn't Pac-Man? What? Wait, what? What are you asking there, Terry? Well, she also spelled Sloth's name correct as well. Did Pac-Man? Huh? I guess I'm not. Does anybody play a lot of foosball? I did, but I was like I said, I was never good at it. That's a good one, NATO. Thank you. All right, now the last one. There was a roller skating rink that we had there in Guam, very popular in the 80s. We went there a handful of times. And the one experience that stands out in mine is because I hurt myself. Oh, it's cheerful. Hey, Latoya, good evening. I did the same thing too, because I don't, you watch people just go really crazy on the handles and they're just like, making the thing go really fast because they're trying to hit the tiny ball in there really hard to try and get it into the hole. But I never got that. I was never coordinated with that thing on pushing the sticks and making the little guys in there dance. All right, so now we are going on to, again, we're still in the 80s theme. But the next one is popular things. This is the third category. Popular things. Man, it almost looked like what did I miss? Okay. So again, the next category is popular things. Still has to do with the 80s. So the first item, first clue. It was created by a professor. That's your first clue for the first item. The category is popular things. And the first item under this category is created by a professor. Ooh. My granddaughter, Ari, she actually has one of those. She got those as a gift recently, and I was playing it with her the other day. Or should I say last week? Back to the Future, the car. No, but that's a good one, Sonny. That is a good one. So this is a popular thing. And the first clue is that the item was created by a professor. Frankenstein. Was this a popular item in the 80s though? Yep, I played with Silly Putty, but no. No and no. That little calculator thing. The one in the watch? I liked playing with that too, all the time. Yo-yo, these are some good guesses. Okay. I know that was kind of broad, so the next clue. This item is colorful. So that might give it away. But then again, we're talking about the 80s. So there are many things out there that would have been colorful. So the first clue was it was, Corey, you got it. It is the Rubik's Cube. That's right, Corey. It was invented by a professor, and it is a colorful thing. And did you guys know that they do have it was almost like a sport, because they had timed championships for this thing. I mean, it's crazy because, and congratulations again, Corey. Do you guys know what the fastest time that someone completed a Rubik's Cube? Does anybody know? I do. I mean, I looked it up, so. Big League Chew. Oh my gosh, people walking around with the bag and trying to act like it's the tobacco. Oh my gosh. Yes, I saw that one recently. The ones that have even tinier. I mean, it kind of looks big, but the pieces all within it look a lot tinier. It's more intricate, but at least for the standard 3x3, the one that came out in the 80s, I believe. That's right, 3.08 seconds. Can you guys imagine that? Basically, they have the hands on the table, and as soon as, they say go, it's just like they pick it up, 1, 2, 3, done. 1001, 1002, 1003, done. That is crazy. They're staring at it in their mind. They're like already, okay, I got to turn it this way, that way. But it's crazy how someone can do, exactly. How is that possible? 3 seconds to complete a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. When I saw that, I was like, that is crazy. You're not the only one who tried that, especially when you get everything except for one color on 2 different sides. You're there and you're just like, what's stopping you is that there's 2 pieces that you're having difficulty getting into the right side. And so that's, just pop it out. But it kind of messes with it the moment you start plucking those things out. That's right. Hey, Blue, right here. I wasn't born in the 80s, but I love the 80s. My impressionable years was in the 80s. All right. So again, congratulations, Corey, for winning the first under the popular things category. So this second one. Did I play kickball? Yeah. With this, I believe it was the same ball that was used for dodgeball. That big red round ball. That's how we played kickball. It was that same one. You were made in the 70s, raised in the 80s. That's right. That's right. I'm not going to tell you exactly what part of the 70s, though. But, why does that one look like? Okay. Okay. So second item, again, the category is popular things. Go 70s. The second one, first clue. It's America's longest running doll line. You are a 60s love child. I think most of my siblings were the 60s love child. So again, these are all great answers. And I knew Barbie would be one of the first ones to come out, but no. It is not Barbie. But it is America's longest running doll line. That's right, Grandma. You got it. It actually is Cabbage Patch Kids. And it's crazy because the next one I'm sure would have given it away, because my next clue was going to be named after a vegetable. And then the last one was, which this definitely would have really given it away. But yes, Cabbage Patch Kids was the answer. That, you know, and you would think it would be Barbie, but apparently it's not. It's Cabbage Patch Kids, as in reference to America's longest running doll line. I mean, that's crazy. I really thought it would have been Barbie. But the last clue that I was going to give, which I think would have been a dead giveaway, was the adoption certificate, the birth certificates that it comes with. Beanie Babies. I actually still have some that are still in bags. Not from the 80s, but from the late 90s to the early 2000s. You know, the Beanie Babies that came in the McDonald's kids meals? Do you still have it? Or are you talking about that's when, excuse me. Ma, did you get a Cabbage Patch Kid and you still have it? Rubik's Cube was the first item that Corey won. You do that. You still have yours, Grandma? That is awesome. You know, any dolls that I gave to my kids, you know, typical things that happen, it would get drawn on. The heads would be gone. The hair would be chopped, or, you know, some stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know when the Beanie Babies came out. So that's a good... Aw. But that's awesome, Grandma, that you still have yours. Have you looked to see how much it's worth now? All right. So we're going to go on to the third. And again, the category is popular things in the 80s. Again. Especially if it's still in good condition. It came out in 93? Really? I honestly thought that the Beanie Babies would have come out sooner than the 90s. I think they became popular. You have the first ever Barbie doll. Oh, that is awesome, Joseph. Is it still in the box? But okay, let me give you guys the first clue for the last part of the category. Again, it's popular things is the category. First clue. Portable. That's your first clue. Popular item of the 80s. First clue, portable. You are quick to the type, Ma. And I knew the first one might have been a dead giveaway, but congratulations. That's right. It's the Walkman. I should have started with, the first clue should have been has headphones. Would you have guessed it just as quickly then? She is. She is just quick to the type. But it is Walkman. Ma, you've won at least once in every category. Hey, Nina. Good evening. So see, I should have said, I should have started off with, has headphones. You can come do my laundry. I can put laundry into the washer, into the dryer all day long. It's the putting away that always stumps me. How's it going, Nina? You like my 80s throwback to include my nails? She's a good multitasker. She is a good multitasker. All right. So I did say that I do have a surprise, and I mentioned it earlier, that everybody that's participating in, I meant what? The 80s were some of the best times. Very true. She's always cleaning and doing laundry. And crafting. It is my most... Thank you. Thank you, darling. It is definitely my most impressionable in reference to the decades that I grew up in. The 80s, definitely the most impressionable. I got a load ready to come out in a few. I couldn't find the other one. That's why it's only one. I pretty much just threw on a little bit of everything that I was able to find from the party I had a few years ago, which was an 80s theme. So this is just some of the stuff that I was able to find that was left over from the party. And I was just throwing it all together. But again, these are our winners from tonight. We got Mo, Ma, we got Grandma, Rachel, Corey. So Ma won in all 3 categories. Grandma, you won 2 of the 3 categories. So congratulations to all our winners. Throw up some celebration emojis in the chat for all our winners. No. I did not, because like I said, with the exception of netting outfits, I did wear that kind of stuff in the 80s. You know, the cropped pants, you know, at the sometimes it actually comes that way, or sometimes you end up cutting the jeans in half and then you roll it up to your knees. I definitely wore that a lot in the mid to late 80s. But congratulations again to all our winners. And I know one of you already said that you didn't want to be put into that drawing, but I do have your names down, and hopefully you guys, I'll be reaching out to you guys for the drawing. But stay tuned for part 2 of this celebration. I haven't picked a day yet to do that, but I'm just really hoping, I'm really hoping that I did that whole thing with the collared. I was trying to see if I could find some pictures, but of when I was And I think I did come across a photo when I was wearing the type of pants that I was talking about where it's cropped and then you roll it up to your knees. I did like wearing that a lot, and I still do. The capris, basically, they're like capris. So, but no, I did not wear the colorful. I knew people who did, who wore this type of fashion, with all the colors, with the bracelets, and even just wearing a lot of the metal bracelets. I knew a lot of people who did wear that. I just didn't. What I honestly, when it came to fashion, I was very basic. When it came to fashion, I didn't do or wear what I saw on MTV. In your ears, and I did see people wearing that too. I mean, they would deck out their clothes with safety pins, but did I ever see them in their ears? Maybe only in videos. Hey, Angie. Good morning to you. Or is it afternoon now? How did you wear it? Well, never mind. Because like I said, I think I've only seen it in videos, but I don't think I remember seeing anybody in person wearing that. What else? The Reeboks, I did with the high tops. I think mine were all white. I did wear that. But like I said, I did wear, thank you, shag haircut. I went with, for the most part, until I left Guam. I had my siblings basically helping me with that. Shag haircut, shag haircut. Shaggy was 70s. I had the bleach splatter on jean jackets and pants, handmade worn spots on them, band patches. I made quite a few of those in high school. Feathered hairstyle. Yes. To the hairstyle, nothing crazy, but yes, I had the feathered hairstyle. I did do the wave. Short in the front, long in the back. Are you talking about business in the front, party in the back? What do they call that? The mullet. There you go. You want to know what's crazy? I know I showed this to you guys once already, but that photo that I showed you earlier, let me pull it up again. You know what's weird? I mean, I normally don't even let my personal nails grow long, but I'm trying to touch my phone and I'm having to make sure it's only touching the pads of my fingers because the nails are getting in the way. All right, let me go back to that. Because when one of my older sisters got married in the mid 80s, we, the three younger girls, or I'm sorry, me and one of my sisters that's just above me, we were the bridesmaids. So we got to wear the all lace pink dresses, and we got to go to the salon and have our hair done. And that hairstyle you saw in that photo was what, months? It was, I think, that same year. That's why it kind of looks like that. Hold on. Let me see if I can let's just say my hairstyle, and again, that's what it reminded me of, really. It was the mullet, because they cut the first part of my hair. It was short and it was permed, but they kept the hair on the back long. So I did, really, in a sense, I had a mullet. for a year. But this, basically, this was what's left of it. It grew out a little bit, but this was what's left of that mullet. You can still tell that the front is short compared to the back. So, and not surprised that the people who liked my hairstyle at the wedding, because I think the way they styled the top, that they almost were trying to give it a beehive look to it because they permed my hair. Hey, Mike, good evening. Was my aunts. A lot of my aunts and they were commenting on my hairstyle a lot. The older generation was commenting heavy on my hairstyle. And I'm like, why? This was the 80s, not the 60s. It was the 80s. But thank you, Mike. I had no say in it. I had no say. I mean, after the fact, I just had to keep telling everybody, all my siblings, all my sisters, that, and it was just the aunties who kept commenting on my hair, how they loved it. But did you notice that? Did you see that, Terry? I did with the collar up. I had my collar up. And yes, I had the big bulky belt. That was one of the other fashions that I did do. Oh, right. And yeah, because I happen to be, what do you call that? One of my other sisters, when I first moved to the States for the very first time, she did a home perm, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what'd you do to my hair? Because the only thing, basically, just imagine that I was 12 years old, and I think it was because she left it on just a little too long, or she put too much of the activator. After all that was said and done, she got it all out, washed my hair, and blow dried it. I had a lion's mane. I had a lion's mane. That's how my hair came out. And I was just like, again, I was 12 years old, and I thankfully, at least I don't remember it. If I had a hard time with people picking on me because of the hairstyle, I honestly don't remember it, or I just blocked it out. But I don't remember anybody picking on me for having, my lion's mane. So we tried to wash it out to help kill the activator so it wouldn't have been so curly, but yeah. Home perm, never can forget that smell. Everybody called me Rosanna. Aw, because I had the biggest hair without a perm. Aw. My mom fried my hair one time with the perm stuff. It was horrible. I bet. I mean, I guess in a way my hair was fried. But yes, that home perm kit, it did stink. Big time. Oh. So we all have our trauma from doing home perms. My mom used the rollers that came in the kit on my hair for a school pic. Yeah, there is no evidence of my 8th grade school photo. I put poodles to shame. Oh my God. Aw. Wait, oh, it burned too? Oh man, that means she kept it on your, Sunny, she kept it on your head way too long. Hey, Mav. Good evening and thank you. We're here celebrating 80s theme. Oh, I forgot. I had my, and I think that was also part of the, in the 80s, was even doing the metal chokers. No, I didn't do those. But this is just day one. Day one. I was really hoping, my birthday is this week. Ooh, how come I don't smell it? Are you cooking it right now? Because I don't smell it if you are. My husband's trying to entice me with baking some cookies. I'm upstairs, so I wouldn't torture my hubby and my daughter while they're trying to watch TV. Or so they could be watching TV. So that's why I'm upstairs in the loft. Thank you. I appreciate it. But what I was trying to say too was I started this, at least using it as part of my birthday wishes at least 3 weeks ago, on trying to use my birthday wishes to get my YouTube channel to 1K subscribers. But I believe at the start of this live stream, I was sitting at 926. So at least I've got 75 more to go. What it done? Thank you, Sunny, and thank you, Terry, for the birthday wishes. Happy early birthday. I gotta go. My hubby and I want to finish watching Dexter. Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Have a good night. But yes, be on the lookout for part 2. I know it's Easter weekend, and what sucks is that in my area here in Texas, we're expecting rain, and in some areas it might be some type, thunderstorms. So my grandbabies are going to be pretty much the only ones to be affected by being able to go, I was going to say trick-or-treating. What do you call that? Hunting for eggs. So we might do it really as an indoor. I mean, we've done that. I've done that with my own kids. When the weather wasn't good, we would just hide stuff around the house. Yes, thank you, Ma. So again, be on the lookout for part 2. I still don't know exactly when that's going to happen. I might save it for next Monday with the hopes, with the big. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Oh. I'm hoping that maybe by next Monday I will have these. I mean, it's a big wish, but I'm using my birthday wish. But who knows? Maybe by next Monday, I might do my next my birthday celebration part 2, because it's Easter. Since it's Easter this weekend, and I want to make sure that I get more people to attend the live stream. So I think more than likely is what I'll do is have part 2 celebration for next Monday. So be on the lookout for that specific celebration. But again, I will be going live randomly throughout the rest of this week. Maybe I might go live actually on the day of my birthday. We'll see. But congratulations again to all my winners. We got Mo, Ma, Grandma, Joseph, Rachel, and Corey. Thank you for participating, and for everybody else for playing. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you, Corey. And I hope that you guys will keep coming back. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Thanks, Grandma. Thank you for being here. And everyone have a wonderful evening or day, depending on where you're watching from. Until then, adios for now. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Hi, Lexi. Good night, Lexi. Bye. You like my getup? All right, everyone. Have a good night.